and when to roll up your sleeves and do some dirty work yourself. So if you recall from our last episode, a word or phrase transforms into a trademark when that word or phrase is used in commerce as a source identifier. So that begs the question, why do we need to register a trademark if it already is a trademark? There are actually a lot of benefits to federal registration. And by the way, when I say registering a trademark, I mean registering it with the US Patent and Trademark Office, which is a federal agency under the Department of Commerce. They regulate trademarks and patents, and they also register them. So the benefits of trademark registration. The first and most important benefit is that it gives you national coverage, meaning your trademark is effective in all 50 states of the Union. So let's say your trademark is John Smith Nutrition, and you live in California. And there's someone in New York who is using the same trademark and is selling similar products under that trademark. If you only have a common law trademark, it is very difficult for you to go after the New York John Smith, because common law trademarks are regional in effect. They usually do not permeate the borders of your state. But if you have a federally registered trademark, you can go after the guy in New York, you can go after a guy in Hawaii, if there's a John Smith Nutrition in Hawaii. So that is the first and I think most important benefit. Also, you get to use the symbol uppercase R with a circle around it. And that is a designation of federal registration. If you don't have a federal registration number, you cannot use that legally. Also, when you register with USPTO, your trademark is in their online database, which is called the Trademark Electronic Search System, and is there for the world to see. So the world is on notice that you are the owner of that trademark, and that they should stay well away. A federally registered trademark, you can go after not just competitors who are using identical trademarks, but also competitors who are using trademarks that are substantially similar in appearance, sound, or meaning. For instance, you have a registered trademark, which is John Smith Nutrition, and someone several states away uses a trademark that is John Smith Nutrients, or Johann Smith Nutrition, or John S. Smith Vitamins. You can go after them in all of those instances. So having a trademark can be very powerful, and it allows you to force your competitors to stop using similar trademarks. Now, imagine the other way around. Imagine you've decided not to register your trademark, or that you waited on registering it, and then someone a few states away registers your exact trademark before you do. Well, now that competitor has the right to come after you and to force you to stop using your own trademark. Let me give you a high-level overview of what the trademark registration process looks like. So first, the opening salvo is that you go to the USPTO website and file an application for trademark registration. A few months later, the USPTO is going to get back to you with either a notice of publication or an office action. A notice of publication means they didn't find anything wrong with it and they published it in their weekly gazette. And now it's in the public domain. Anyone can lodge a protest against your trademark. Receiving an opposition to a registration is very rare. I have actually not received one, and I have registered hundreds of trademarks. So if you were to get a notice of publication and if no one were to oppose your application, then the application proceeds to allowance and issuance. And that's when you get a registration number and you get a very nice letter in the mail with an embossed logo of the USPTO. And now you're all set. You can start designating your trademark with the encircled R, and if you want, you can start going after your competitors who have similar trademarks. Now, let's go back. Let's say you file the application and the next thing you get from the USPTO is an office action letter, is an office action. An office action is basically means an examining attorney at the USPTO reviewed your application and found a reason not to register it. And the reason can be numerous. And I won't go into those reasons because they're quite technical. So now you have to respond to that office action and make legal arguments to overcome the examining attorney's rejection. Now this is something that this is when you need to hire an attorney. I do not recommend people responding to these office actions without any legal experience, because they're quite technical. Legally, you have to make sound legal arguments. You have to cite laws and regulations, and oftentimes you have to attach exhibits to your response. So this is when you need to hire an attorney, and office actions are issued, in my experience, 20% of the time.